Did the countries, including Sri Lanka, achieve the expected outcomes through the Silk Road? Under the Chinese government's implementation, or did their economies end up regressing? Through the construction of the Silk Road, the Chinese government aimed to facilitate trade and access to foreign markets. This would allow for the export of vast quantities of goods produced in China to the East and Europe, overcoming the domestic market competition. By selling these goods, they hope to generate massive revenue and solve the issue of market competition. From the perspective of the Chinese people, the government was providing them with an extraordinary opportunity. However, discussions on technological and cultural knowledge exchange between developing countries under these programs did not materialize as anticipated. The Chinese government saw this initiative as an opportunity to provide funds, often in the millions of dollars, to governments like Sri Lanka in exchange for strategic advantages. Furthermore, the construction of Chinese cities and ports made people believe there would be some form of physical development. But what was the ultimate goal? What China truly sought was not to aid the development of other countries, but to expand its own markets. With China's significant technological advancement, they have the ability to produce goods at low costs. Under this situation, the small and medium-sized businesses in these developing countries are being overwhelmed. It seems unlikely that these countries will ever achieve economic prosperity as their economies regress due to such circumstances. Following these developments, all control over the projects has been handed over to the Chinese government. There is no indication that the developing countries involved have any power to influence these projects. For example, in Sri Lanka, within the Chinese-built city, even the police authority lies with the Chinese government. Additionally, through these projects, Chinese citizens are increasingly moving to these developing countries and freely engaging in business activities, thus sidelining the local population. As a result, opportunities for locals are rapidly diminishing. Eventually, these countries may become territories that serve China's needs. An example of this is the Hambantota port in Sri Lanka, built with Chinese loans, which Sri Lanka could not repay and eventually had to lease to China. Consequently, to this day, the Sri Lankan government has no control over any activities that take place at the port. The Silk Road Initiative, therefore, has not brought great opportunities to these countries, but instead serves China's imperialistic goals, reminiscent of colonialism. What is your opinion on this matter? Please share it with us.